If you're watching this video, it's probably because you either bought new skates or are thinking about buying some. So in this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to consider to start skating and to take your first steps with a lot of confidence. My name is Giuliana Angelozzi, and I have been an artistic skating instructor for over 10 years. I recently launched my 100% online academy, which means you can watch it from anywhere in the world at giulipatin.com. But we'll save that for another video. Let's start with what's important: how to skate, how to start from scratch, and how to overcome all those fears when it comes to gliding. And to achieve this, we're going to move to a place that doesn't slip as much. Come on, surfaces that don't slip at all, like grass. But let's keep the following in mind: it has to be dry grass and it has to be in a place where there isn't too much dirt, because otherwise, we're going to damage our bearings. So let's look for some grass, a grassy area. And we're going to start practicing simple movements to get used to the weight of the skates. We need to adapt. We have about 6 kilos on our feet, so we need to get used to it. We will always try to maintain balance with our arms extended. Chin forward and up, and with this movement, we get accustomed. Another thing we can try on a non-slippery surface could be walking, as if we were wearing sneakers. We need to practice all of this in this area to be able to adapt. I extend my arms, which will give us greater balance and stability. These are simple movements to get used to, because if we try to do it on a slippery rink right away, we might fall. Before moving on to gliding on the rink, let's practice balance by holding on to some support. As I said, on a slippery rink, we can fall. So let's practice lifting the skates on a rink, on a slippery surface. Arms extended. Once I feel brave, I'll start moving away and letting go. I gradually let go more, until I achieve balance as best as I can without holding on to the support. If we achieve this, we can move on to walking. Once you feel you have full control over the walking of the famous soldier's walk, you can start gliding. Here we are, in quotes, skating. It's mainly to have control. How do we glide? Instead of lifting the foot up and placing it forward, which doesn't help us move much, we're going to push with one foot outward and diagonally back. The other foot will remain bent. Why bent? If we keep it bent, we'll be closer to the ground, therefore, we'll have greater balance and control. One leg bent and the other will push diagonally back. When they come together in parallel, the other leg will push diagonally back. This is the famous gliding on roller skates. Always start slowly. We'll build up speed gradually. Arm extended. I'm pushing diagonally back, pushing diagonally back. The base leg should always be bent because it will help us. It gets tiring, I know, but it's just a matter of getting used to it. Once it clicks, and we have control, then we can push harder. I drag the free leg back, pushing hard, and that is what will give us more speed. Always remember to keep your arms extended. We can practice doing it on one foot, or we can practice doing it on the other foot. Always remember that the leg pushes diagonally back. Normally, one tends to push straight back, and pushing straight back will make us fall, so, diagonal back. This is the base position that we need to aim for when gliding. It gets a bit tiring, but it gives us greater balance and stability. It also looks much more elegant. When we bend the leg, we must not let the knees go inward because it will hurt us. Knees forward. To brake, we will use our brakes, also known as stoppers, also known as plugs, which are the rubber pieces we have in front. How are we going to brake? It is very important that when we brake, we do it gradually. We will be skating. We will bring one leg back and we will gradually apply pressure. We need to slow down gradually, because if not, this will happen. Imagine we are riding a bicycle, in a car, on a motorcycle, or whatever. When we press the brake, we do it gradually, never suddenly. So I skate, leg back, and I keep bending and pressing more until I achieve a complete stop. To start practicing braking, do it first with the leg you feel most confident with. Once you know how to brake, you will practice with one, then the other. You will keep switching because in skating it is essential to master both legs, and also because otherwise, the same brake will wear out. We can position the brake halfway to the side or completely in front, whichever is more comfortable for you. This way of braking is essential, the one you absolutely need to know, because it uses our brakes. There are many ways to brake. That's why I made a video where I show the different ways to brake that you need to consider when selecting our brakes and so on. In the video I leave up here and in the description. Now that we know how to walk on skates, how to glide, and also how to brake, we can move on to doing some basic figures. Some positions to start gaining more control on our skates. But before we continue, I want to tell you that in my online academy I have a super complete course on learning to skate from scratch, where I not only teach what we have already seen, but I also share some secrets to overcome the fear of skating and gain more confidence. We also cover some figures, some steps that can be done in roller dance, and we see a lot of things. So take advantage of the fact that in the course I have 4 free classes for you to take, and to see what the course is about. So go sign up right now and I'll leave you a discount code to use when making your purchase. Check it out in the description. First, we will start with the Indian. The Indian A is a figure where we will use both legs, where one of them will bend forward and the other will stretch back. The ideal is for both legs to be parallel and that when doing it, they do not cross each other, but rather remain like 2 paths. This is what will help us have more control, more mastery of our skates, and also to start understanding the concept. Bending the legs while maintaining the body axis, keeping the upper area, the abdomen, firm. The abdomen does not change, we only change the legs. Leg forward bent, legs back bent, and we can also add bending in a curve. We use the front leg as a guide and lean with the body towards that side to be able to bend. Obviously, the arms are always extended. I bring the other leg forward and bend to the other side. And the figure we are going to do now, I have already explained in detail other times on the channel, but it is essential that you know it to start gaining more control, more balance on your skates. The famous heron, or upright position, also known as a flamingo. What we are going to aim for is to lift the leg and keep the body firm without moving too much. So I will skate as I can, either walking or gliding with the legs back, and I will aim to lift the leg. Controlled and slowly. Lowered in a controlled manner. Be careful with lowering the leg strongly because it will cause your whole body to fall forward. First, I will try it with the leg I have more control over. Arms firm, I help myself with balance, and then I can start to try with the other leg little by little. Bing! I want to tell you that today I am at Parque Uraca in the city of Panama. Incredible. I love this rink. The only thing is that it rained a bit today, so it's a bit wet, but you can dodge it and that's it. It's in front of the coastal strip. It's in a beautiful area, so I love it. And well, if you're around here, you have to come check it out. And before finishing the video, I obviously want to give you 5 tips, 5 recommendations so you don't forget and take note. Number 1, extended arms are very important because they help us maintain balance. If we are moving, let's extend our arms. Number 2, let's bend our legs. Otherwise, we don't have balance. So, we don't have balance, leg bending, body slightly leaning forward, and arms extended to achieve body control. Then I can relax again. Number 3, remember that when we brake we should not do this, but rather it is a gradual deceleration. Number 4, but before I tell you 4 and 5, I want to remind you that you can subscribe to my channel to keep seeing all content related to skating. So activate the bell, subscribe, and give a like to the video, which is a great help for me. We continue with number 4. The abdominal area is essential when skating. When we are moving, abdominal strength, bent legs. The same when we are gliding, I maintain abdominal strength. It will help us better control the glide of the upper part of our body because it is a slight movement. Imagine if I skate loosely up top, I will fall. So, firm abdominal area. Number 5, be patient. Skating is a sport that requires a lot of consistency, much discipline, practicing until things come out. So don't get frustrated if it doesn't work out at first or if it is a bit difficult at first. It's a matter of automating the movements, of the body remembering how to do the movement, so that it starts to come out smoothly and so that it comes out without thinking too much. Practice a lot and above all, enjoy. And obviously, why not put on some music to make the skating class more enjoyable and to have a little more fun? See you. Until the next video. See you next time.